Yo, what it do, wealth champions? Y'all know what it is. It is time for the Daily Hustle with yours truly, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur from wealthcreationplaybook.com. And yes, it is the last day of 2019. It is the last day of this decade. So, what I want to talk about this morning is the quitter's guarantee. See, I don't know if you realize it or not, but there is one guarantee that quitting will get you. Just one. It's one guarantee, right? See, if you quit, then you are guaranteeing to yourself that that thing which you are working for will never happen, right? So I'm gonna tell you a story, man. I don't know about you, but I study successful people and I love success stories. And I was strolling through Facebook like I normally am on a regular basis. A lot of you guys know that Facebook is one of my favorite platforms to educate, inspire, uplift, and motivate and encourage others. But it's also a good source of those things for me. So I came across Steve Harvey's page. You don't know Steve Harvey is one of the most famous and successful comedians of all time. Hosted Amateur Night at the Apollo, now hosts The Family Feud, had his own talk show, one of the kings of comedy. The list of accolades goes on and on and on. But he shared a story with us about the day he almost quit and gave up on comedy. And again, if you want to be successful, then you must study successful people, right? And he talked about being so down on his luck, being homeless, and just thinking that being successful at comedy and really just in life just was not in the cards for him. And he was about to call it quits. And before he did, he goes and he calls his voice machine. And on the voice machine was the guy who was running the Apollo Theater in New York and said, hey, we've got an opening for you. If you can get here, it's yours, right? But he was so busted. He was so broke. He had no money to get to New York. And he almost let that become his reason for quitting. He was like, well, it must not be meant for me to be or make it in comedy. Here I have an opportunity for a gig that's going to put me on TV for the first time ever, and I can't even get here. So that must be a sign from God that it must be meant for me to pack it in, right? Then, as he was getting ready to pack it in, he called and checked his voice message again, and he got another voice message from good morning from someone in Pensacola, Florida. Said, hey, we've got an opening. If you can get here, it will pay you $150. Now, he wasn't far from that spot, so he decided to drive on over. All he had was his car. He was living out of his car at the time. Drive over, did the gig in Pensacola, and earned $150. They liked him so much, they asked him to stay throughout the weekend. And he did a couple more shows and made a little more money. Now, all of a sudden, he's got the $300 to get to New York. Calls the guy back at the Apollo. The spot's still open. Yes, if you can get here, it's yours. He goes and he gets there. And there's a lot of intricacies in the story. He didn't have a place to stay. All he had was money to get there and to get him something to eat. So when he got there, he actually begged the people at the Apollo to let him stay at the Apollo because he had no money to get a hotel room. Long story short, D.L. Hughley was there, Jamie Foxx was there, a couple other comedians were there. They go out, they bomb, he go out, he kills. Not only did he make the money from that night, not only was he on TV for the first time ever, that's also how he got to be the host of the Apollo, and he's been the longest standing host because he did it for 8 years, guys. We're talking about a guy who was ready to call it quits and hang it all up. The one thing that you can guarantee yourself, if you quit, is that it'll never happen. And that's a quote directly from Steve Harvey. So I want to encourage someone today, man. You're coming to the end of 2019. You're coming to the end of this decade. The things that you said that you were going to do in 2019 didn't happen. The things that you said that you were going to do in this decade didn't happen. But you cannot quit, right? Because you're going to end up with regret. Now, I will say this. There are a few things that you absolutely must quit. You must quit doubting yourself. You must quit procrastinating. You must quit the negative self-talk. See, the conversation that you have on repeat in your head is really what's killing you, right? So you got to quit that. You got to quit hanging around negative people. You've got to quit allowing people to steal your joy. There's a lot of things that you must quit, but you can't quit on your dreams. You can't quit on your pursuit, because as long as you are in pursuit, there is one of the most powerful forces on earth in your favor, and that is hope. So if you keep pushing, the door is always open. Even if it's just barely cracked, it is open. If you keep at it, chances are you're going to bust that thing wide open and be able to walk through with ease. So as we go into 2020, I want you to go in full pursuit of the things that you believe that God has for you. Because what he has for you, no man can separate you from it except you. And the only way you do that is by quitting. So if you, my friend, got any value out of this, any value whatsoever, I want you to do me a huge favor. I want you to hit the like button on this page. I want you to hit the like button on this video. If you're checking us out on YouTube, then I want you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. And I want you to share this with someone else in 2020, or as we close out 2019, is on the brink of quitting, and they could use a word of encouragement. So hit the share button, but only if you got value out of this thing. If you, my friend, are setting a financial resolution and you want to get your money right in 2020, you have to understand the 6 things that are keeping you broke no matter how hard you work. And I laid those things out in an ebook called Wealth Creation Playbook. You also want to take a look at our instant pay raise strategy. It's a video series that comes with the ebook, and you get all of this for free. All you got to do is go over to wealthcreationplaybook.com, and you can download the ebook for free and watch the instant pay raise video. 150 million people working in America can qualify for an instant pay raise. They just don't know it. So we revealed that stuff to you so that you can get on the right side of your money in 2020. Till I talk to you guys tomorrow, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up, and happy New Year's to you.